Ever feel like slacking off because something is just too hard or you don't feel up to it? I've been there, but God's got a better plan for us: diligence. Proverbs 13:4 says, "The soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied." It's not about having it all together or everything lining up perfectly. It's about showing up day after day, doing what God has called us to do, and He promises to meet us there. Jesus tells us a story about this in Luke 18. There's a widow, just a regular woman, no big status, but she's up against an adversary. She goes to a judge who didn't care about her God, about people, cold-hearted guy. Listen to the story from Luke 18, verses 2 through 5. There was in a city a judge, which feared not God, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, "Avenge me of mine adversary." And he could not for a while. But afterwards he said within himself, "Though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me." She keeps showing up, knocking on his door, pleading her case day after day. Even though he doesn't care about justice, he finally gives in. He says, "She'll keep bothering me. I'll give her justice." She won, not because she was loud or important, but because she wouldn't quit. Then Jesus says in verse 7, "And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him? If an unjust judge responds to persistence, how much more will our loving God?" I've lived this myself. I remember when I decided to go to medical school. Talk about intimidating. Some of my classes that I took, there was 500 people in there. And when I looked at the statistics, I realized that only a handful of us would make it into medical school. Looking at these odds, I could have gotten discouraged. And for a moment I did. But I prayed and I said, "God, I'll do my best. I'll show up. I'll study. I'll give it my best. And I need your help because I can't do it on my own." So I kept at it, praying, trying, pushing through. It wasn't always pretty, but God did get me through. And He didn't just get me through, He blessed it beyond what I could have imagined. I was able to graduate college in 3 years and got accepted to medical school the fall of my third year. It wasn't my brilliance. It wasn't any sort of great plan that I'd made, but it was really God's blessing. So here's the deal. Diligence isn't flashy. It's that widow knocking. It's her pushing past the midweek slump. Maybe you're facing an overwhelming job, a family struggle, or a prayer that's still hanging out there. You got to keep showing up. God sees every step. You don't give up. He's got blessings waiting bigger than you can picture. So this week, pick one thing you've been tempted to slack on. Don't quit. Keep knocking on that door. Trust God's supply is greater than your struggle. Let's pray. Lord, give us the strength to keep going. Help us push through, even when we don't feel like it. Friends, I want to encourage you this week to be persistent. Don't give up. Know that God has a plan for you. And if He started a plan, He's going to finish the plan. So I encourage you, trust, pray, have a blessed week. God bless.